Hi, beautiful people. It's Wonderful Wednesday. I'm April Roll, your ER doctor online, and today's video is to bring awareness to Food Allergy Awareness Week. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down what it means to have a food allergy and the potential complications, which can be very serious in this video. So it's a very important video. So please take note. The first thing that I want to say is a food allergy is not the same as a food intolerance. Okay, sometimes people have food intolerances where they may have a little bit of upset stomach, they may get some diarrhea, whatever the case may be. But a food allergy actually causes changes in the body based on a reaction to it. You can have something called anaphylaxis. Okay, that is a life-threatening allergic reaction where the person can actually die from eating that particular food that they're allergic to. Okay, so I first want to read off 9 foods that account for 90% of all food allergies and allergic reactions from food: peanuts, tree nuts, egg, soy, dairy, wheat, fish, shellfish, and sesame. So those are the 9 foods that account for 90% of all food allergies. So now let me break it down for you. What is anaphylaxis? Anaphylaxis is a reaction. It's an allergic reaction, but it's to the point where you are now having a life-threatening process, or you're in a life-threatening condition. You have responses during anaphylaxis, which include shortness of breath. You can have swelling, including the mouth and airway, meaning your lips can be swollen, your tongue can be swollen, your posterior pharynx can be swollen, meaning the dangly thing that hangs in the back of your mouth called a uvula can be swollen, tonsils swollen. You can have throat discomfort or like a scratchy itchiness in there. You can have wheezing, like I said, shortness of breath, physically in your lungs, bronchospasm, airway inflammation. You can have obviously swelling in your extremities, edema building up, rash, like big blotchy hives, which are raised red itchy rash lesions on your skin, anywhere on your face, body, arms, legs, hands, feet. You can even have actually vomiting and diarrhea because of all of the changes that are going on in your body. You can have vomiting and diarrhea. You can have profuse sweating, tachycardia, meaning that your heart is beating really fast. You can have an extreme drop in your blood pressure because, again, during anaphylaxis, your body is sending out tons of chemicals, okay, in response to the reaction to the food. Basically, it's sending out lots of kind of like soldiers, okay, to try to combat whatever it is that's going wrong. But in this process, the person's having so much swelling, so much inflammation, so much airway constriction, that it is compromising to their life, okay? And especially if this is someone who's never had an allergic reaction to food, you want to call 911 as soon as possible so they can get to a hospital and get treated as soon as possible. Because again, food allergy and allergic reactions from food can end in death very quickly, okay? So people who have food allergies, they know what to do. They often have 1 or 2 EpiPens with them at all times. They can give themselves the EpiPen and improve their symptoms pretty quickly. But sometimes you need more than 1 Epi shot, okay? Because your response is not enough to completely resolve the actual allergic reaction episode. The other thing, and I just want to put this out there because you'd be surprised, but I cannot even tell you the number of times, because I showed you. I mean, I told you on this list, okay? I told you on this list. Shellfish is one of the 9 foods that account for 90% of these reactions. And would you believe, I cannot count how many times I've seen someone coming in with an allergic reaction, and when I'm asking them, do you know what happened? When did this start? Were you eating or drinking something? Were you exposed to something new? And they say, I was eating shrimp. Oh, so evidently you're allergic to shrimp now. Do not eat shrimp anymore. And they tell me, I know I'm allergic to shrimp. I'm allergic to shrimp. I was eating shrimp though. And I have to pause, like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Anaphylaxis is life-threatening. You can die. You will die if you don't get proper management. But I'm telling you, there are people who love that food allergen so much, they are willing to risk their life. They will eat it and then they will call 911. Okay, or they'll eat it and they'll drive to the hospital. And I just don't get it, because what people also don't know is that each time you expose yourself to the allergen, the reaction can be much worse, much quicker, and advance faster than you can actually deal with, And so for people to say like I can understand, I was eating a salad and it was prepared with the same instruments or utensils that someone else's food or salad was prepared with. Okay, that's why you got to be really diligent about reading labels when you go out to restaurants and everything like that. Always asking, especially things like peanut, you got peanut oil and things like that. And sometimes even to the point where on the product it will specifically say this product was made in a warehouse that contains peanuts, or that contains eggs, or that contains shellfish, or whatever, because it is that serious. Some people are so allergic to certain things, they don't even have to eat it, okay? Like fish and shellfish, they don't even have to eat it. If they're at a dinner table where someone else is eating fish or shellfish, they can start to have an allergic reaction. That's how serious it is. And that's why it is important for this type of week, Food Allergy Awareness Week. It's important to get this knowledge out there, because some people, especially if, good for you, if you don't have any allergies, you probably don't ever have to think about these kind of things. But you do have to consider if you are dealing with someone who does have allergies, because in terms of washing your hands, being very careful, not using the same utensils, not having certain foods around them, not making salads. If you're going to a potluck or whatever, something like that, making sure that you ask, is anyone allergic to certain kind of things? For instance, a lot of Asian foods contain peanuts or some element of peanut sauce or something like that. So you just got to be very mindful of these type of things, and that's why I'm really happy that we do have these weeks like Food Allergy Awareness Week, where I can help to educate you guys so that things like this exist, and you can also be mindful and react quickly if you do see someone experiencing out of the blue, never had it before, where all of a sudden their lips swell or their tongue or throat starts to feel funny after they're eating or drinking something. Then already call 911, because they may not have an EpiPen and they might be in serious trouble. So if you like this video and you learned something about food allergies, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Share this video with a friend or family member, because it's very important information contained in here. I also have a video from a couple years ago about, I'll put it up here, allergic reactions in general. This particular one is about food allergies, but if you want to check that out, you can go up there. If you have any questions about food allergies, put that in the comment section below. If you have any requests for future Wonderful Wednesdays video, because I do videos about health and wellness, complete health and wellness, all aspects of the human being, put those requests for topics in the comment section below. But as always, thank you for sharing this wonderful Wednesday with me. Be blessed and stay healthy.